Hello everyone. Today I wanted to walk you through a couple of different examples of things that you could possibly do with your mini project 6, with your designing learning information mini project. So I wanted to show you an example of how you could do this with Google Slides and some of the different tools that I would suggest. And then I also wanted to show you another example with Sutori. So the first thing you're going to want to do, especially if this is a K-12 topic, is you're going to want to find a lesson plan. So I actually went to the Ford's Theater Museum and I went to the For Teachers section and I found a couple of different lesson plans that I could piece together along with all of the materials that I am going to curate for my students. So the first thing I did was find a slide template that I liked on Slides Carnival. Slides Carnival is a free website you can go to download slide templates. You can also go to someplace like Slides Go. So I found a free template that fit my theme and fit my style that I wanted to do. Then I started pulling in images. So this image of Abraham Lincoln was one I found on a Creative Commons search on Google. And then I went to removebg.com and I removed the background so you can see that this picture of Abraham Lincoln does not have a background, right? So, so that cleans it up a little and allows me to wrap my text and do some other things. The other thing I did design-wise was I used two of my favorite add-ons. And one of those add-ons is the icons for slides and docs, or insert icons. These are my two favorite icon add-ons. I went to insert icons. So you'll see when I open up insert icons, and it's working, it'll open it up right here and I can actually search for icons. Like let's say I want a sign, right? I'm going to say signs, and maybe I want this one, but I don't want it in yellow. So I'm going to find a gray that I like, right? So this is going to give me, and then I click this and it plops it into here for me, and I can change the color and things when I get in here a little bit and tweak it. The other thing you'll notice is that I have my driving question here. I have instructions for my students right here to go into present mode. You'll see down here on slide 3, again, I used insert icons to keep it consistent. And then I made them navy blue down here to stand out. I've tried to use balanced design, plenty of white space, chunk things together, all those things we've learned up until now. You'll also see that I have videos I've found incorporated into this, a 360 tour, links out to websites with more information. So I really have curated this for my students, and they could go through it independently on their own by going to present. And once it opens in the presentation mode, you'll see that they can use these next and back buttons to navigate through this. They'll save a copy of their evidence log here to get started, click next, and all of these will jump to other slides, and then they can go to the next one or they can go back to here. So all of these are going to continue to navigate for them, except for that one, which takes you out to a website. So you're going to keep seeing links to websites, things like that, resources here, driving questions, learning outcomes, all of those things. So this could be an example of what you could do in Google Slides. If I were to do the same topic, I could do something like this in a Sutori. So you'll see this Sutori, I did not build this. This was built by Ford's Theater Education Group, and it has the gun that killed Abraham Lincoln at the top. They have a driving question, which is to see or not to see, displaying presidential murder weapons. It's a very narrow topic. And then as you go down, you will see the context and evidence and that sort of thing people need to do with some interactions, like little quiz questions, links to websites they could go out to. I love these glossaries that help them work through the readings. So there's a lot of UDL principles used here very effectively. And then express your thoughts. This one in particular, though, really could use a little bit more multiple means of expression and multiple means of representation in here. it also is missing those learning outcomes right at the top for the students. It does have driving questions, but no learning outcomes. So that should give you a few ideas of how you can get started on this mini project 6. So you're going to choose a very narrow topic. You're going to determine your learning outcomes for your students. You're going to decide what tool is going to help you meet those learning outcomes. And then you're going to decide how you're going to add multiple means of representation and interactivity for your learners. You'll notice I didn't create the evidence document here, the evidence log yet. That wouldn't be something that would be necessary for submitting this. You really only have to create one display of information with, again, multimedia, interactivity, and the student should be able to go through it independently, and it should use solid design principles you've learned in this class. So please let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing your projects.